welcome back to Bilingual Storytime. Once again, my name is Miss Camille.
I'm Miss Marie.
And we just wanted to remind y'all one more time that if you have reading logs, you can take credit for an hour if you're watching this program. So make sure you grab your reading log, you mark it out. If you don't have reading logs, come by any of the libraries. We'll get you set up with them. But yeah.
No se olviden de llenar sus tarjetas de lectura. Por solamente estar con nosotros aquí, ya eso cuenta como una hora y deberían de marcarlo. Si no tienen tarjetas, asegúrense en pasar por la biblioteca y recoger algunas y su guía de programas. Hay más actividades aparte de solamente leer. Como nos acabamos de decir, venir a nuestros programas cuenta como una. Hay otras actividades que si pueden buscarlos en nuestra página de internet o pueden pedirle una copia en los escritorios principales. Se pueden dar una copia, se me fue la palabra ahí. Okay.
So like Miss Marie was saying, and I mentioned you can mark this program as an hour on your reading log. There are actually lots of different activities that you can do to mark as reading time on your reading log, and we have that information for you on the website. You can also ask for a copy of the list at any of the libraries, and we have those available for you because we've got different stuff like attending programs, playing a board game, cooking a new recipe. There's lots of different things that you can do, and obviously parents, if you're watching this program with your child or if you read to your child, you can count that as well. So make sure you're filling those out so that you can get all of the fun prizes that we have for this summer. So today we read this very, very cute book called Nosotros Means Us, a bilingual story by Paloma Valdivia with permission from Penguin Random House. This book is new to the library and I think each branch has a copy. So once I've returned this one, you'll be able to find it at any of the libraries and check it out. It's super, super cute. And the book was mainly about mother animals and their babies, and especially like what the names of them are, and how, no matter what they are, they're always a mother and their child. And so we're making, there were not sloths in the book, but we're doing a cute little mother and baby sloth on a little bamboo tree.
So que el libro que leímos hoy es mayormente hablando de diferentes animales de mamá y hijo. Aprendimos nuevos nombres y cosas nuevas, como que yegua es el femenino de caballo, which is in English is just horse. So horse it could be either yegua o caballo, depending on the sex. So today, lo que vamos a estar haciendo hoy, vamos a estar haciendo una mamá perezosa y un hijo perezoso. No nos acordamos si el hijo perezoso tiene un nombre distinto, pero it's okay.
Yeah, we don't know the baby name for a sloth. So, I mean, sometimes it's just a little sloth or it might be like perezosito or something in Spanish. I don't actually know. But yeah, sometimes there's not a word for it. It's just baby sloth. So that's what we're gonna go with. But this is pretty easy to make. You can use, this is very specific. We have paint stirrers for this to use as the bamboo. You could just use a piece of cardstock cut into this shape. You could use a really big popsicle stick or even a smaller one and just make everything a little bit smaller. But yeah, something to be the bamboo. You need white paper and brown paper, glue, markers and pens in different colors, and googly eyes. We love a googly eye. And scissors.
So para esta actividad nosotros tenemos disponibles los palitos de mezclar pintura, pero pueden usar un palito de madera, pueden usar papel de cardstock o hasta cartón si tienen en la casa. Van a necesitar papel de construcción marrón y blanco o cualquier color que ustedes quieran hacer sus perezosos. Y también vamos a necesitar pegamento, tijeras, marcadores de diferentes colores y se me olvidó, y ojos locos, porque nosotros a la biblioteca amamos nuestros ojos locos.
So Miss Marie mentioned that in place of this, you could also use cardboard. That's a good point. There's lots of different things. As usual, you can do the closest thing to this that you can do with materials you have at home, and we would always love to see pictures of those if y'all want to comment them down below. So Miss Marie, I actually have a selection of brown papers for us. Now, I thought this one was interesting because it's brown paper, but it's got kind of little green marks on it. And I actually thought that this was perfect for a sloth because did you know that sloths move so slowly that they actually can they start growing moss?
I did not know that.
Yeah, they will look a little bit green and they smell kind of funny because they've got moss and plants growing on them because they move so slow. You can't grow plants on an animal that's moving quickly. So I'm going to use this because I feel it's the most accurate. However, I've also got another sheet of that. I've got plain brown paper, and I've also got this paper that I've used as wood before because it's got kind of I think it's supposed to be sort of a leathery texture.
Okay.
Which one would you like?
Quiero el marrón clarito, por favor.
Okay.
Sí. Mis Caminos acaba de compartir un comentario no muy común, que los perezosos, como se mueven tan lentos, a veces pueden crecer, le puede crecer moss en el cuerpo, y pues por eso que se mueven tan lentos así, a lo mejor pueden un poquito raro, pero eso es bien interesante.
So now that we've picked our paper, and we just need to draw little sloth shapes on our paper. So we're taking fine point Sharpies. You can just use a pencil, a black pen, whatever you have. Okay. And to draw a sloth shape, it's really pretty simple. It's just kind of a little potato shape for the body with kind of longer shapes for the legs and then a circle for the head.
Ok, pues para dibujar el perezoso, Mis Caminos dice que es como dibujar una papa y hacerle la cabeza un poquito más pequeña y más redondita y las patitas un poquito largas. Pues vamos a ver cómo nos sale porque yo no dibujo mucho. Vamos a ver.
Yeah, you can just kind of draw it however you feel in your heart it would look best though, because he's a little less proportional than my example was, but that's okay. But just draw one and then one that's a little bit smaller. However you want them to look on the little vine that we're gonna put them on.
Yeah, yo no dibujo mucho, so que no les quiero ni enseñar mis dibujos.
Yeah, like I'm just, free-handing it. You could probably, I just realized that the bodies are the exact same size, but the head is much bigger on the mom.
Oh, wow,
that's okay.
That looks really good. Se ve muy bonito.
Thanks. I made the little arms a little bit wider than they are for those.
Ahora sí que no les quiero enseñar el mío.
No, don't be nervous. It's okay. Miss Marie's embarrassed to show us the sloths. This is what we do on Bilingual Storytime. We do the crafts in an uninhibited way so that y'all don't have to be embarrassed if yours doesn't turn out perfect.
Sí, no se tienen que ver perfectos, solamente tienen que tratar lo más fuerte que puedan. Eso sí, yo todavía estoy avergonzada de enseñarles el mío, so que no se los voy a enseñar.
And the good thing about cutting it out then is you can kind of you don't have to cut exactly in the lines that you drew if you feel like it would look better if you cut a little bit further in or if you cut a little bit further out, and then you can just turn it over so the lines don't show.
Eso es lo que Miss Camila está explicando, que no tienen que cortarlo exactamente como lo dibujaron, pueden hacer las proporciones un poco más grandes o un poco más pequeñas, y para que no se vean las líneas, pues lo pegan al revés.
Yeah, the lines you've drawn are just guidelines. You can follow them as much or as little as you feel is necessary. For instance, since I made the head of my mom's sloth really large, I'm going to cut it a little bit smaller.
Okay, vamos a terminar de recortar. ¿Sabes algún otro comentario no tan común de alguno de los animales que hablamos hoy?
Ooh, tell me.
No, te pregunto si sabías. I don't know. Yo no soy no tengo muchos comentarios no comunes, no soy muy buena con mi memoria.
Oh, I thought you were saying that you had one. I probably have more if I could think of them.
Sí.
Let's see. Well, let's look at the animals that we had. I'll do this while you're finishing cutting. Oh, so I'd kind of forgotten about the thing where a baby fish is a fry, but it makes sense because if you call somebody small fry, that actually comes from the name of a baby fish. That's what that means.
Sí, yo solamente sé que se llaman, le digo pececitos, no sé si tienen algún otro nombre en español.
Pececitos, I like pececitos. Let's see, what else do we have? There are bears. There are moles. A mole is a topa. I don't know all of these animals because not a lot of these are, well, I guess most of them are pretty commonly known animals, but a few of them, I never talk about moles as in the animal.
¿Sabías que ellos tienen muy buena visión, pero no pueden salir de la tierra porque sus ojos son muy sensitivos, porque como siempre están debajo de la tierra excavando, la luz es demasiado fuerte, eso que los hace ciego.
Oh my gosh, okay, so moles are always underground. They make their little tunnels, they make their little holes to live in, and because they're down there in the dark all the time, it blinds them if they go out in the sun. The sun's too strong for them. That makes sense though. Also, did you know that animals that live in caves, most of them are blind, because if you live in a cave, you really don't need to be able to actually see with, eyes, because it's totally dark down there all the time. Yeah. And apparently if an animal that doesn't normally live in a cave, gets trapped in a cave, they'll go blind pretty quickly.
Huh. No sabía eso. Si un animal que no vive en una cueva se atrapa en una cueva, se convierte ciego porque no puede, se aclima a la cueva. ¿Eso es lo que está explicando Miss Camille?
Yes.
Wow, es muy interesante.
And what we're doing right now, just so we can keep up the commentary on the instructions in case you're following along. So we want to have kind of little white faces for our sloths. And so the way I'm doing it, at least, is I kind of traced the head of one of my sloths so that I knew how big it was on the paper, and then I just drew a little circle inside of it so that I could make sure that the face would be just a little bit smaller, so it would have kind of a brown background when I put it on the head. I feel like I'm explaining this badly.
So Miss Camille está diciendo que para ella hacer la carita del perezoso, ella traza más o menos la cabeza del animal, para entonces saber qué tan grande tiene que recortar el círculo de la carita. Yo no hice eso, yo más o menos estimé cómo se vería, so que mis perezosos van a tener caritas súper pequeñas como esa. Pero
yeah,
sí.
you can just freestyle it like Miss Marie is doing, and that's also totally fine. Just as long as there's kind of a brown border on the face, you're going to be good to go.
Okay. Mientras Miss Camille sigue recortando, asumo que el próximo paso va a ser pegar la cara al animal, ¿verdad?
Yes.
Sí, vamos a coger la carita y la vamos a pegar, o hay que dibujarle algo. Sí, hay que dibujarle.
Actually, yeah, you can do this in whatever order you want to do it. It might be a little bit easier to draw the face on before you glue it. So we're going to draw the faces, and as you can see, to do the faces, I just did like kind of little semicircles that are brown on either side, kind of under the eyes. If you look at a sloth's face, that's kind of how their markings are. And then I did a little brown triangle for the nose and a little pink smile on it.
Ok, so que Miss Camille le dibujó como unas sombras que van a ir alrededor de los ojos y le hizo un triangulito para la nariz. Entonces con rosado le voy a hacer la carita, una de felicidad, la sonrisa.
I don't know if sloths can actually smile, but ours can.
Yo creo que sí, se ven muy cómicos.
I feel like they do kind of smile. Like, I think they have very sweet little faces. I think sloths are very cute.
Yo tengo un amigo que le teme a los perezosos porque se mueven muy lentos y le da miedo.
Wait, it scares your friend that they move slowly?
Yeah. He has a phobia of sloths.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Es muy cómico, actually.
I have a friend who loves sloths. I think they're her favorite animal.
Oh, wow.
So she's one of those people, like, you know, when you know that somebody really likes a certain animal, it's easy to get them gifts because you can just get them something that has that animal on it. So that's what I do.
¿Cuál es tu animal favorito, Miss Camille?
You could probably guess.
Cats?
Cats are my favorite animal. Y'all at home might not have been able to guess that, but I do have 2 cats at home, and they're my favorite animals. What's your favorite animal, Miss Marie?
Mi animal favorito son los pájaros.
Ooh, birds. Is there a certain kind of bird?
Sí, un guacamayo. Yo tengo un guacamayo. Esos son mis pájaros favoritos. A macaw. Those are my favorite birds.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I know the names of some birds in Spanish, but I did not know that. What did you say it was again?
Guacamayo.
Guacamayo.
Yeah, that might be a very Puerto Rican way of saying it, but
perhaps. But I did not know that word. It's very interesting.
So que ahora mismo lo que estoy haciendo son pegándole los ojitos a la carita de los animales. Uy, yo creo que le puse los ojos incorrectos. Los míos van a tener ojos.
Oh, yours look so cute.
Creo que los puse al revés. It's okay.
You did it backwards?
Yeah.
How is it
le puse los ojos pequeños a la carita de la mamá.
Oh, yeah, I did. So I brought different size eyes so that we have big eyes for the mom and little eyes for the baby. But I think yours look really cute. I think it looks okay.
Me encantan las caritas. Okay, voy a pegarle a la carita a mi perezosa.
I'm gonna stick on the eyes, and the eyes go in those parts that we colored brown. Yeah, it is best to I think draw the faces and then glue them on and then do the eyes.
Sí, yo creo que es más fácil, como Miss Camille está diciendo, dibujar las caras primero y después pegarlas, porque así entonces no los rompemos con el marcador.
Yes.
Sí, yo creo que el mío.
Oh no, I almost just put the googly eye on backwards.
Okay.
It would have been blind, like if it lived in a cave.
Yo creo que yo voy a hacer que que mi perezoso pequeño esté haciendo un wink.
Oh,
¿Qué es eso?
cute.
Una guiñada. Porque
What was the word?
Guiñada.
Guiñada.
Como
I actually did learn that word the other day, but I had trouble actually remembering it. Okay, so I've got my two little sloths. The last thing we can add to them, sloths they have kind of interesting looking little hands. They kind of have like claws. Their claws are actually pretty long. Did y'all know that during the Ice Age, there were giant sloths that were like 20 feet tall and they had really huge claws?
Uy, en el tiempo de Ice Age habían
en la edad de
perezosos, edad de hielo, gracias. Habían perezosos casi de 20 pies. ¿Se puedes imaginar lo grande que eran sus garras? Uy.
Yeah, very scary.
Eso tiene que ser.
But they lived alongside like mammoths and like saber-toothed cats, which lived in, the Texas area during the Ice Age, which is really cool.
Wow.
Anyway, so, but we don't have to draw claws exactly on our sloths. We want them to look nice and cute like a little family. I'm just gonna do, as you can see on the example, I just kind of did little feet, like little paws. So we need to draw the little toes.
So que lo que estamos haciendo es como haciendo unas líneas para hacerle la distinción de las garras o las patitas. So que le hicimos unas líneas así. Okay. ¿Cuál sería nuestro próximo paso, Miss Camille?
Next, bamboo. So the bamboo is pretty easy. You just color it green, but every couple inches you leave a blank space. And because you've seen bamboo, it kind of has little like separations, I guess.
Ok, so que lo próximo que para hacer el bambú es vamos a estar dibujando, coloreándolo de verde, pero cada unos pulgaditas o centímetros lo vamos a dejar sin pintar para que se vea el color de la madera, como los bambús de verdad.
And you can just use green markers for this. We've got a couple different greens here, and I'm probably just gonna do like all the same green, but if you wanted to kind of make it look a little bit textured or a little more realistic, you could add details in another color of green. My marker is a little bit dry. I'm gonna use another one.
Okay, so
smells very strong too.
Vamos a seguir coloreando. Mi bambú se va a ver un poco raro, pero eso no importa, porque todos los bambús son un poquito distintos.
Yes, if it looks a little weird, it's okay. Bamboo is unique. I mean, mine looks a little weird too because I thought I was using the same color, but apparently this one's darker. It happens.
Okay.
We'll just say that some parts of this bamboo got more sun than others did.
Sí, o necesito un poquito más de agua, porque a veces cuando necesitan más agua, cambian de color.
You're right, it might just need a little bit more water. I'm trying to think of other, like, baby animal names. I know baby ducks are ducklings, and because of that, I always want baby owls to be owlings, but I know they're owlets.
Oh, yo no sabía que se le decía owlets.
Okay, so I know owl in Spanish can be búho. Is there another word? Isn't there?
Que yo sepa, no, se le dicen búho solamente.
I swear there's another one. I like the word búho though because it sounds like an owl. It sounds like búho, búho.
Okay, ya casi estamos terminando aquí de colorear. Si hacen esta actividad, por favor, mándenos algunas fotos o pónganlo en los comentarios. Nos encanta ver sus actividades.
Yes, we love seeing the crafts that y'all do. If you want to show us pictures of your cute little sloths, make sure you comment them down below, and we would love to see them.
Okay. ¿Cuál sería nuestro próximo paso, Miss Camille?
My bamboo stick is done, and the next step is just to put our sloths on the bamboo stick.
Ahora vamos a pegar nuestro bambú.
So, I like to put, as you can see in the example, I like to put the mom like almost like she's hanging kind of in front of the baby, like she's kind of watching him and protecting him. So I'm gonna put my mom over here and then the baby a little further down.
Y lo vamos a pegar la mamá primero y después el bebé de atrás. Yo lo que estoy haciendo es que le estoy poniendo la pega en las patitas para pegarlos.
Yes, we're putting a little bit of glue down the legs or the paws so that they will stick.
Okay.
I really like the mossy paper I picked. I think they look very realistic. It's like a shot from National Geographic, am I right?
Miss Camille le gusta que el papel que ella escogió parece que tiene moss en el cuerpo de los perezosos.
I'm having a little bit too much confidence in the realism of my crafting ability, but that's okay. Yeah, so here, that's our craft for today. Like we say every time, if y'all did this with us, which we hope you did, comment a picture of it down below because we'd love to see. And make sure you mark this off as an hour on your reading log so that you can start getting those prizes. Remember, kids get a prize for every log that you turn in.
No se olviden de marcar la hora de lectura por haber participado en este programa. Y si siguieron la actividad, por favor, mándenos unas fotos porque nos encanta ver sus actividades, sus creaciones. Ok. ¿Quieres hacer una canción diciendo adiós?
Yes, we did a hello song and now we're gonna do a goodbye song.
Ok, así va la canción. Adiós, amigos, adiós, amigos, adiós, amigos. Es hora de decir adiós. Okay, look, you want to do it in English?
Yeah, sure.
Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. Bye, friends.
Bye,
Thank you for
guys.
joining.